Hi, my YouTube family. This is Natalie G, and I'm coming to y'all with a little something new, giving all the glory and all the honor and all the praise to God, because He is the head of my life and He is in charge and in total control. Um, I'm going to do something a little different. This is something that I usually don't do, but I feel God leading me to start revealing what I've been seeing, because I'm naturally a seer. I dream, and a lot of different things that happen, I'll see it in my dreams. So I'm going to come to you with what I feel God is telling me has been going on and has been taking place. So the other night, maybe about a week and a half ago, I had a dream that I was on this boat with someone, and then we was like on a submarine, and we were deep underwater. And forgive me if I look down and say I'm reading it. So in the dream, the girl was saying I set off the alert, and I know it's headed this way. And she was talking to a guy, and he was saying, I know you did, because I used the code around your neck to sound the alarm. And around the girl's neck was a chain. And on that chain was the numbers 13 and 17. And she set off the alert, not knowing that a missile was headed their direction, and they were underneath the water. So the missile actually came and hit inside the submarine, and the water started rushing in, and they got a little wet, but they got up and they were dried off. And she was looking for a gun, and she was trying to put bullets in the gun, but couldn't even put them in the right way. And the guy was looking for a gun, and he looked at it and he's like, stop, don't do that. He said, I have a gun. I could pull the trigger, but I'm not. So she sat down and she looked up at him. And when he looked in her eyes, he said, I'm not going to do this. And, excuse me. So when he didn't pull the trigger, he immediately started looking around on the boat trying to find something. I don't know if he was trying to find a way to stop the water or just looking for whatever he was looking for. He was in search of something. So I was praying and I was asking God, what is that? And actually the two people were dressed in police uniforms. The man was dressed as a police officer, and the woman was dressed as a police officer as well. So I looked it up and I was like, what does it mean to be a police officer? And this is what I found. A police officer, when you see a police officer in your dream, is somebody that's spiritually guided by God, or God is forcing someone to change. Life being guided by God. God is intervening, either with punishment or He's teaching someone a life lesson. So I was praying and God was saying, you release control to me. So I'm in control. And I know that this is not just for me. I believe that this is for someone else, because God is asking us to release control. Give me control of your life, because I know what to do and I know how to do it. And you've been doing it your way, but you're not in control anymore. I'm in control. And I'm going to get you to the place that you're supposed to be at, with or without your help. You're going to get to the place you're supposed to be at. So I take a submarine as being sub to whatever mission it is that God has for you to do. And that means to come under the authority, to come under the subjection of God in your life, and come under whatever it is that He's leading you to do. Because we're in a time and a season right now where He's speaking loud and clear. Not everybody is wanting to do what He say do, or understanding what he's telling us to do, but he's speaking. And either we're going to get to the place where it is that he has for us to be, or we're going to be in the same place next year at the same time doing the same thing. So it's all up to you. But I believe he's saying, hey, get committed to me. Submit to my authority. Submit to what I have for you to do. And just say yes. Because on the other side of your yes, it's a blessing. 13 represents rebellion, confusion, chaos. And when we rebel against God and we go against what he's saying, we open ourselves up to things going wrong in our life, stuff not working out, problems at the job, problems in your home, problems with relationship, problems with family members. Why? Because you're rebelling against the authority of God. And God is saying, hey, I'm in control. You're not in control. You think you're in control, but you're not. You just thinking that you got this. And I'll step back and let you see that you really don't have it together. And when you start to do things on your own, you create a whole bunch of chaos in your world because you're rebelling against God. You're rebelling against his will. You're going against the very thing he's telling you not to do. But I also seen 17. And 17, I looked up, and 17 represents victory. And from what I believe God was showing me is when you release control, you'll gain victory. When you release it to God, whatever situation is, if it's a relationship, if it's things with your children, if it's stuff at the job, when you back up and say, okay, God, I put it in your hands. I'm leaving it at your feet. You're in control. Let your will be done. Not my will, but your will. I'm going to submit to your authority. I'm going to come under your authority and your will and your purpose and your plan for my life. Then you unlock victory in your life. When things start coming together, stuff start lining up, things start falling into place when you get out of God's way or when you choose to get out of your own way. Because sometimes we're our own biggest enemy. It's not outsiders that can do that much to us as much as we do to our own self. We talk ourselves out of blessings. We talk ourselves out of opportunities. For me personally, I've had opportunities present themselves to me to grow with business, and I would talk myself out of it because I wasn't as confident in that area, thinking that I was ready or prepared for something before it even happened. It's like I was thinking about everything that could go wrong before it even took place, and it ain't even happened yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk ourselves out of things. We doubt ourselves when we are stronger than we think we are. We're smarter than we think we are. We're intelligent creatures that God created. We can do whatever we choose to do when we put our mind to it. And that's the thing. A lot of what we're choosing to do may not be lining up with God's will or purpose or plan for our life, but he gives us the choice. But when we align our lives and come in divine alignment with what he has for us and what he wants us to do, then things kind of just work out, and you gain victory, you gain access. You are able to do things that you never thought you would do. You look up one day and you're not even the same person. You don't even think the same way. You don't even talk the same way. Trust me. I used to have a bad mouth. I would cut people with my words. I'd be sharp and just snappy. I was mean and arrogant. I was something else, y'all, because it's like I was always trying to jump to defend myself. Like if I felt like somebody hurt my feelings or said something I didn't like, I was quick to just chop a person down with my words. Like, just, you hurt my feelings, so I'm going to hurt yours. I'm going to let you know that affected me. You made me feel some type of way, so I'm going to make you feel some type of way. You hurt me, so I'm going to come back and hurt you. And I was just a very toxic person. And I had to submit and come under the authority of God and allow him to do a great work and healing in my life for me to be able to let that stuff go. Because I wasn't always that person. That's another thing. People don't grow up, or people when they're born, let me say it like that. When you're born, you don't just decide to be bad. You don't just decide to do wrong. Matter of fact, you can be innocent And that's not even something on your mind. That's not even a thought for you. You know what I'm saying? But life has a way of changing a person to the point where we're being different, thinking different, talking different, negative, full of drama, full of confusion, full of anger, full of bitterness, full of envy and resentment. And life can sometimes have that effect on us. And I was like that. I mean, I was just something else, y'all. I was something else. And I didn't realize how much I had changed until people started calling me out on my, excuse my French, BS. Like they would tell me about myself, like, girl, you know what I'm saying? You something, you toe up. Like, out of one word, you all calm, cool, and collected. The next, you didn't snap. And I'm like, no, I haven't. Yeah, you have. So I had to step back and look at myself and realize, hey, you need work. Hey, you need to be healed. Hey, you need to be delivered. That's not a good. That's toxic. You cannot continue to do the same thing, expect different results. It's not going to work. You have to start working on you. You have to start healing you. You can't fool yourself. You know what I'm saying? You can't trick you, your inner you. Your inner you. Come on now. How you going to fool you? You can't do it. You can fool other people, but you can't fool yourself. So I started working on myself, looking inwardly, doing the work. And I'm not telling you it's easy. It is very hard because you start looking at yourself when you really start doing some self-healing and you say, man, it's a lot of stuff I didn't realize that was in there. When you start asking God to reveal those things to you, he'll show you. If you truly, sincerely want to be different and want to change and you want the life and really want to walk out your purpose and what you're created for, man, he'll show you. He'll show you your ways. He'll show you how you treat people. I had it bad with cutting off people when they, people, I wouldn't even let people get too close to me. Why? Because I was afraid they was going to see me for who I really was and wouldn't want to be around me, like wouldn't really truly love me for me. And I've had very few people that have actually come in my life and actually loved me and accepted me for me, and then helped to bring about that change that I so desperately needed in my life. And it had to have taken some good, strong people that said, hey, I'm going to have to hurt your feelings, but it's going to make you better. I'm going to have to piss you off, but it's going to make you better. Because whatever it is that God had purpose for you, that can go with you into your future. So I thank God for those very few people. And that's why it's important to know who you have in your circle. You need a circle of people that's going to be real with you, that's going to be honest and authentic with you, that's going to tell you about your flaws. And, somebody that's close enough to you that knows you, that can, reveal those things to you about what they see that's not good. And you have to be able to listen and take that in as constructive criticism. And that's somebody truly loving and caring about you enough to tell you that, hey, you might want to work on that because, that's not cute. So I'm encouraging you, just like I have to encourage myself daily. Find a way to come under the authority of God, come under submission to God and his purpose and his will and his plan for your life. It's not going to be easy looking at yourself in the mirror and actually having to look in that mirror and see the real you, but I guarantee you it's worth it. The healing is worth it. You are worth it. You're worth it. You're worth having the best life that God has for you. You're worth getting whatever it is that has been stored up, that has been delayed, because sometimes we can delay our own blessings by our attitudes, by our mindsets, by doubt, fear, disbelief, whatever. But I encourage you to come under submission to God and watch him do great things in your life, and realize that you don't have to be in control and you don't have to know everything. You don't have to know A to Z. You just have to know A. And when he say move, move. When he say go here, go there. When he say, hey, take this take that. When he say no, stop, or back up from this one, or whatever he says to do, just take that first step in doing it. Don't worry, because he knows the plans and the thoughts that he have anything towards us. And it's never to bring us harm. It's never to bring us down. It's always to make us better and bring out the best in us. So I encourage you, man. Know that you are worthy and you are worth it. And we're in a season where God is ready to blow our minds, but it takes us having to work on ourselves first. Do the work within you first. Let God complete, deliver, uproot some things out of you, and then you can be able to receive all that it is that he has for you. Because it's not in his intentions to hold anything from us, but to give us. It gives him great joy to see us blessed and prospering in the land. So why wouldn't you want your best life, your blessed life? You know what I'm saying? So that's just my thoughts and my words. I just want to encourage somebody, never give up on you. And always know that you're worth it and you deserve to have the very best that it is that the Father has in store for you. You deserve that. You deserve that. You owe it to you to be your best you. And whatever you do, never give up on you. Never give up on you. I love you. This is Natalie G. And I just wanted to encourage you. To God be the glory.